Looking at the chat right now, I believe we have... Okay, so Sly for sure. I think Batnam might... No, there's no confirmed LU on the chat right here. I'm gonna have to... I would have to pop and call and ask, but that's not really recommended considering I'm trying to commentate right now.
Right.
Alright, well... Oh, there we are. There we are. Okay, so we see it. So we got Fuzzy, Danny, Astral, and Sly.
Yeah. Sly, I'm going to try to run the two streams at once for this sort of spiel. I'll let you know. Let me know if you ever get a timer so we can make sure we're in sync before this match starts, because I don't want to really screw up a single moment of this, if at all possible.
Oh, no. Yeah, with the stakes we got here, yeah, absolutely, for sure. I'll let you know. Who's the second perspective we're going to be...
we're going to be looking at Dude here.
Dude, all right.
Yeah. Alrighty. This is where we really get to see. The question for me is, will Offshore finally be able to break out of what a reputation for them of not really being able to break it past into those top two teams in North America or in the West in general. This is where we're really going to see if that's going to happen or not. For now, Bittersweet's reputation is at stake in their first tournament as a sponsored team. And certainly hoping to get as far as they can. I know last time that we saw them on the Endgame cast, it was Booyah Battle 2. They had one player drop out due to some really weird concerns, due to some weird player concerns. They couldn't get a substitute, and that was the last way they left on this cast. And hopefully that won't happen again, as we've been seeing these teams really go at it. Looks like that player that was unfortunately IRL ousted from the last tournament will be ending up as the 8th slot in the room, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. Wally Warehouse on tower control, what's the outlook on this one for you?
Wally Warehouse on tower, well, I'm trying to get a glimpse of what Offshore's LU is right now, because that'll determine how they're obviously going to make the right plays here.
Ezreal rocking the sniper, Dude is rocking the 96 gal deco, LSGJ is going to be rocking the regular 96 gal, and Simp with the Octa shot.
Alright, and for off, we got the 10 attack, 52, 96 gal deco, and obviously Sly rocking the custom jet squelcher there. So I think Astral's going to try and give them a tough time by laying the walls on either the left or the right hand side. Danny can do the same thing with the 52, so I think they'll try and split sides. But we're going to have Fuzzy trying to get some flank pressure on, and Sly just kind of being an active back.
That's it, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started here, as our two streamers here get situated. Quick look on the Sly stream seems to suggest that he and Fuzzy are going to go around to that left side. Maybe Fuzzy more so to the middle than anything else, but we're going to go ahead and get started here. Wally Warehouse, losers semifinals between Bittersweet Gaming and Offshore. Sly playing a little bit of a safe role to start it off. Dude is actually going to go down fairly quickly, but it's a 2v2 situation actually. Both sides trading. And Sly just really wants to play it safe. He sees that sniper there, and he's not really wanting to take any risk. He's just covering whatever ink he can without really being tracked. And that Kraken is activated. He has that Kraken available, and that was exactly what he wanted to do there. That's it. Right now, he does have that sniper contesting on the left side, but he's really just diverting the focus of this sniper. He really has to focus on him alone right now, at least for now. With the long range he has, he certainly can contest his sniper to an extent, but we'll have to see to what extent that will be. Still
as long as he can maintain his position on the left-hand side, he should be able to stay just fine.
So far, 1 minute into this one. It looks like he's going to activate the Kraken, try to get on top of the tower. He sees the Squidling, try to pop on out of there, but Symphonia will not be escaping out of this one, and he will be going down. Sly sees himself in a really weird situation, though, so he's going to hop on back to try to defend this Rainmaker, sorry, not this Rainmaker, but this tower, which seems to be pushing up an awful lot. The Kraken activated on top of it, able to push it to the extra mile here, but it won't be enough. Bittersweet's going to have to hop on off at a 51-point marker. Easily spawning off the guy to the side, but someone rearing up for the end. It looks like Astral's going to be forced to use that Kraken. All up into the tower. There is a lone Bittersweet member right around, but Sly spots him and gets rid of Symphonia as soon as possible. And they're going to be all defensive now. Killer Whale getting rid of one of them. Sorry, not one of them, but 0 of them. Kraken still available for Sly here. And he's going to force the push. They might be able to force the push past the lead that Bittersweet has. Yes, they do. Kraken going to try to get whatever Bittersweet members off the territory of the tower control, but they might be able to even push it even further. They're heading to the 30-point range. And Sly doesn't have the Kraken anymore, so he will be going down on top of the tower, but they do extend it to that 25-point mark. 3 minutes left to go for Bittersweet, though, and they have plenty of time to push this one off, but Very key push there for Offshore. What went right there for Offshore there?
Basically, they had the whale to try and promote the initial push at that point. Sly was playing very defensively, keeping them in the left and right courts while charging his Kraken. From that point on, he was able to just get onto the tower and push it all the way down to the 25, making it a great push.
Speaking of great pushes, holy hell, we see Bittersweet really far deep into the territory of Offshore. One of them going down, but still staying very much alive here in this Offshore base. And that tower is still pushing up, but Astral has the Kraken. He's going to prioritize getting a kill, and it looks like it's going to work out for him as 2 are down for Bittersweet now. And it looks like they're able to stave off and stay defensive here. Offshore needing what a Sly here to be able to cover the ink around their base to be able to fluidly move back to the tower in case it is taken up by Bittersweet here. A 4v4 situation as really being very neutral right now until this Kraken is popped. The echolocator is activated at the same exact time. Sly has the Kraken if needed, but one will go down from Offshore, meaning he was going to go ahead and have to activate this defensively. He's going to go ahead and try to approach the tower, but realizes, hey, we have a killer whale. I don't need to go there. I'm just going to prioritize getting this member on the left. You're able to get 2, but not before going down to him. And dude, just barely getting the kill off on the Sly. I believe he is using the... hold on, I'll get a confirmation onto it. But either way, Sly with
that push. 45 going down to the 40.
40-point mark. They did have an InkStorm to run out, but Sly with the range that he does have a gun. He's going to need to back behind the wall, and they lose the lead. He needed to back off. They're going to be able to push it maybe to the end. Bittersweet with the sudden finish here. No, they weren't able to take it to the very end, and they get it to the 2-point mark with 1 minute left to go. And Offshore needs to have one hell of a comeback with 1 minute left to go as Bittersweet. They had the eye on the prize, but they weren't able to take it to the full extent as Offshore started to spawn behind them. And now, Sly with someone behind him, he's going to have to be very concerned here as he has no idea how the hell the Bittersweet member got behind him, but he's going to have to stay safe for a little bit, try to get some ink while he can. He does have that Kraken available, and he doesn't use it in time. He's going to go down with 52 seconds left to go. His teammates still remain. It's a 2v2 now. And the tower remains in the middle as both these teams...
5 seconds left on the clock. Can they be able to push it back all the way to back there? Staying central at the center.
It looks like right now 38, 37, 36. Okay. Not too shabby for Offshore. They do have time to be able to mass this last second comeback, and they do have the Kraken available, and Sly can't afford to miss this, miss using this Kraken right now, if need be. They're looking to get whatever positional advantage they can get with 20 seconds left to go, but if they are wiped here, it will be very close to done. If not done, the Inksook is forced to be used right now. He's going to have to use the Kraken, but he didn't use the Kraken. And he didn't use the Kraken, and Bittersweet might be able to win this one. That's 2 down, that's 3 down for Offshore as they will be going down here in what are the last 10 seconds of the game, and I believe that will be Bittersweet advancing on to what will be a Game 1 win for them over Offshore. Congratulations to them for the first game win.
Oh, man.
That was a little bit close. I was a little bit confused as to why they were staying still for so long, but it dawned upon me that, you know, it's going to be really tough to push if they don't get rid of people. So they were trying to see if they could get any picks on the sides especially, but it seemed like Bittersweet had a player flanking around and come around the back, got rid of someone next to Sly on his right side, and Sly ultimately paid the price for not being able to use the Kraken on time. I'm sure he wanted to save that Kraken for the tower. I'm sure that he really would have loved to just save it for the last second push that they really needed to get all the way down to 0, which would have been, frankly, pretty much impossible without the Kraken, but still, if he wanted to stay alive there, would have been forced to do that. And now as we get ourselves situated here.
Got to sell you with the Dynamo. Black Belly spot zones, that's his strong point for sure.
Okay, Black Belly Skate Park is great for the Dynamo as long as he can get to the middle there. And even not from the middle, even from some of the elevated points towards your particular side of the map, you can still rain hell over onto your opponents.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at Sly here as he is in a position to use this Squelcher to as an advantage. And if they do find people on top in that middle tower, he does have the range to shoot from afar and get them. This Offshore team does not have a sniper, I believe, and Sly's going to have to play the role of a long-range carry. He's shown his ability to be able to perform well as the very opposite, going as low as 0-7 in some of the bracket stages of the match.
Fuzzy doing some very good work trying to flank on dude.
1 down. 2 down right now for Bittersweet. There's only one way back there, and Augusta Batnam is really pushing it super far with that Dynamo, but Sly here has to be super wary of the sniper that seems to be approaching him from the left side, and there's 2 right now. He's trying to put some aggression on the sniper and gets rid of the sniper, and that's the E-leader going down. Someone at the foot of the tower trying to get a hold onto Sly here, but he's going to go ahead and activate the Kraken and try to swim his way down to him, but if anything, he's just going to...
He can't find him.
How did he not find him?
There you go, he got him.
He's able to get rid of Dude with the bombs, but he doesn't have the ink to be able to stay there further long, and he's going to have to drop back. Smart plays from Sly here, as somehow not able to get it with the Kraken, but either way, Offshore with a slight lead here. You have to watch out for the E-leader that certainly he should have just seen that that E-leader tried to shoot him there, but able to get out just in time. Is that a bomb rush? I'm thinking that's a bomb rush here that we're seeing from Bittersweet onto Offshore's side, and I think it's going to be Sly's duty here to really just make sure everything's okay. 2 from Bittersweet down.
From the top center.
There's 2 from Bittersweet down. No, 3 from Bittersweet down right now. And I don't know how the hell Offshore is winning these fights. We aren't seeing it, at least on Sly's perspective. But for Dude, at least, he's doing what he can to be able to stay alive and keep his team in this one. Seeing what Dude can do here. He does have that Octo shot at the ready. That's going to be Dude in the Kraken right now. And he's going to force Offshore into using their Kraken as well. Not able to get a single kill.
Able to take 2 down with that Kraken.
Oh my goodness. And that's going to be Dude going down, and Sly taking down one after another with that Kraken of his. He's going to be able to stay alive as opposed to Dude, who will be going down after using his Kraken with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to go. They might not even need to clock to end this one. Offshore at a 29 remaining point mark in the game. That's a, oh god, no. That's a Bittersweet getting the wipe on Offshore. That's going to mean a huge penalty on the side of, on the behalf of Offshore here, as they're trapped at their base, it seems. Inkzuka getting a hold on to them, and now it becomes a question as to how much Bittersweet can hold on to the lead they have right now. Sniper coming in for them. Sly's going to have to play super close with this wall here. But you have to think, the time is clicking down. Okay, no, they are able to get... No, they aren't. They still aren't able to get control of it. Bittersweet very much maintaining control of these zones. They have pushed up into a part of the map they have not been able to push up into the entire game now. A Kraken available for Sly. He's going to go ahead and activate on top of a used echolocator, which is perfect for the Kraken to be able to perfectly spot out anybody, but he's going to have to watch out. Use his bombs as soon as he gets out and gets a quick double kill on just both Simpin and Israel, both power players on the Bittersweet team. But the Kraken as well from... Kraken. Oh my goodness, and that's an ace for Bittersweet, and they're going to take the lead with 2 minutes left to go. And if they are able to do this, that's going to be a 2-0 lead for Bittersweet here. As up until this point, Bittersweet...
penalty back, 7 seconds left.
Not just yet, no. They lose control once again, but Bittersweet, will they be able to stay with control of it? No. Sly needs to do something right now. No, and it won't be enough, and that's going to be game. That's going to be game for Bittersweet, as they will go 2-0 over Offshore. And what has been a relatively quick set so far.
Indeed it has. That's going to be putting so much pressure on Offshore now. They're probably going to be stressing out, trying to figure out what to do for the next game. We got tower control on Triggerfish, and I'd love to see how that goes on, but pressure's on.
If Offshore are to remain in this tournament, if they want anything higher than 4th place, at this rate, they're going to be getting 4th place. 4th place, so I'm going to check it on it once again, $54. Not as much as you'd like, still something, I suppose. But you...
That's a few pizzas, though.
Yeah, but who wants pizzas when you can get like a nice, super-sized Big Mac with fries, and then you can hop on over to the Subway right next to it and get a sub for your mother at the same time as well. I think that's the kind of money you get when if you get 3rd place, you get that kind of money, man. That's not some money to overlook. Either way, we're gonna be heading on to Camp Triggerfish Tower Control up next. No sub, even though Astral did go, I believe, 0-6 or something to the tune of a very negative KD.
That is a sub. They're bringing Danny back, I believe.
Oh, okay. Who did he sub? Oh, they subbed in him for Augusta. Okay, Augusta didn't do that bad at all. I'm curious as to why this... why would they... What's your perspective as to why they would sub him out? I'm just curious, because I feel like on a place like Camp Triggerfish, the Gold Dynamo could still very much be useful.
I think Offshore would beg to differ for that thing. I think the Dynamo is most strong on Black Belly for zones for sure, because all you're doing at that point is just raining down hell and setting a front line. On TC Triggerfish, you're not able to do that. You kind of have to keep going back and forth.
Never mind. Sorry. I thought it was flat zones.
Oh, no worries.
Might be. Either way. Gonna get started here with Game 3. Bittersweet, if they do survive this one, they will be going to a best-of-7 against Samurai Kids. Something to definitely look out for here.
Was this a 3-on-4?
Yeah, it is. Someone already disconnected.
I see.
Yeah, that's a quick disconnection coming in. They're going to go ahead and quickly end this one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, false alarm, guys. We will be seeing Game 3 coming up soon as they're just interesting perspective.
Look at this amazing push. Absolutely beautiful.
They must be tempted to snipe them right now.
Slithering by.
Oh, that's a little bit of BM we're seeing from Bittersweet here.
Ow.
Throwing the bomb into the wall there. Yo, this BM, I'm not liking it. All right, there we go. The game's going to end here.
Beautiful, beautiful push.
I'm
Kappa.
2-1, guys. We're in game 4. Offshore's living. Gonna go ahead and refresh streams while I'm at it. While I have the opportunity to do so. But yeah, no, this is still very much a 2-0 affair. They're gonna go ahead and get this one started up as soon as possible. That's gonna go ahead and use Bittersweet's one disconnection that he can use throughout the set. Or at least I believe so. Either way, they look like they're able to join the room very quickly, and they should be getting this one started as soon as possible. Now, Sarah, do you see Offshore being able to bring this one back on a map like Tower Control Camp Triggerfish?
TC Triggerfish. Let's see here. Again, like you were saying, we don't have too much sniper support. That's critical, or maybe even paramount on Triggerfish if it's going to come to TC. It all really depends on how the LU is going to rock on for Bittersweet Gaming, but I feel that we might be able to push the numbers just a little bit to the left-hand side, and then from there play a really good defensive game, because we do have a few walls that might be able to give them a tough time trying to push forward.
Yeah, the walls, no, this team is going to definitely need to use their walls, especially considering they don't really have any coverage from a sniper to be able to zone off anybody from Bittersweet. And considering the sniping points you have with the elevated wall in the middle of the map, especially on some of the grades when you're trying to push up with your team, and can snipe anybody with the tower very easily. Yeah, and especially on tower control where you have a certain objective to aim to with a sniper. Not having a sniper is very detrimental, but we'll have to see how Offshore progresses and if they can force this game 4 here.
Well, there you go. You can see the walls going crazy. Okay.
One down from Offshore.
Trying to accelerate forward pressure.
But it won't be too much. It will be one person from Bittersweet, I believe, going down. Yeah, that's one person from Bittersweet going down. But as we can see, if there were splat zones, Bittersweet would have complete control of them, as they are now finally able to control the tower. Special activated from someone on Bittersweet. And going to go ahead and take a look into how Dude's doing here. Doesn't have enough ink to be able to really afford a he doesn't have enough special gauge depth for a Kraken here to be able to push even more, but Dude is really going in, trying to get one more, maybe even more kills. Yeah, he's able to get rid of 2 people there. And that's going to be Dude getting rid of 2 from Offshore, and they still haven't pushed. I mean, we look at the advantage that Offshore has been able to, or sorry, Bittersweet's been able to assert themselves, and they've only pushed it to the 89-point marker, which is incredibly surprising given the amount of yellow ink we've seen from Bittersweet all across the map. But it's going to be very quickly Offshore getting the lead here, and they've put up 2 walls to be able to keep them in the lead. But finally, Dude putting out Danny, putting out Sly. That's the quick double kill for the likes of Dude. But not before Offshore get the lead here. But now it will be Bittersweet having the positional advantage to be able to push through this middle part, gets rid of Danny there, and he does have the Kraken to spare, and he's going to go and push behind enemy lines, not being able to get any particular member, I don't think, but actually, no, he will be able to get Sly as he comes out of his spawn point, and now he's going to have to run away, but a good push from the likes of Dude to be able to make sure Bittersweet can push this tower as far as possible.
But the Ingzook not able to do anything there, but the Killer Whale putting pressure on Sly.
Taking a quick look at the Sly, he does have a little bit of ink to recover here. They're finally able to push Bittersweet on out of here, as it seems like they haven't been able to do that for a while, but they now have their work cut out for them. The 46-point marker. Sly finally getting a Kraken off and maybe able to get 1, if not more. At the very least, doing what he can to get rid of some yellow patches of ink here. Offshore looking to push this one. They do have 1 member on it, but Sly's going to have to do more. He does see 1 to the flank of the tower, but he's not going to see it in time, not able to respond to it in time, and that's going to be DJ taking him out in the middle of the map here. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. Offshore still in each of these matches, except for the last one, maybe keeping this one a close affair.
Everyone here stuck on the bottom.
Walls on walls on walls. There's
really
someone
putting pressure on.
There's someone coming in from the side we saw from the use of that sub, but Sly looking to keep his team in this. It looks like one is down from Offshore, one goes down from Bittersweet, and the killer whale is aimed right to the dead center of the map, but it won't be able to do anything but zone off Bittersweet, who now have a Kraken to be able to use through it. And now, time to run Sly. Oh my goodness. Incredibly daring here coming from Sly to be able to stay on that platform and may be able to pay to his benefit if he's able to get at least one person here, but yeah, he's able to get rid of DJ, who was on the tower, but he does see more than that echolocator onto them, so now Bittersweet does know that they're there, but he is able to get the sniper before the sniper is able to release it onto him, and now Symphony are able to jump right onto the tower. They may be able to push for the game here. 1 minute 30 seconds left to go, and I'm sure Bittersweet is trying to squid jump or jump to whatever they can right now to be able to get to close proximity to the tower. The tower is still pushing, but Sly having easy aiming right now to what should be tower reversal here for Offshore. I wouldn't be very surprised if they don't get the tower immediately now, but yeah, they are able to at least get rid of Bittersweet on the tower, and now this is the most important minute of the match here, but Sly progresses into what is completely yellow ink territory, and Bittersweet able to oust him the second he pops his head out into some middle ground. 56 seconds left. And it needs to happen now more than anything. It doesn't look like the miracle will happen, but Sly needs to be able to
front line
pull off what he can. He does have that Kraken available. Now Offshore is off to the left, off to the middle as well. They need to be able to orchestrate something at the same time here, though. Inkzuka coming in for the left side.
They got to do something.
They got one down. They're going to go ahead and activate the Kraken right on top of another member from Bittersweet, but they're not going to be able to get them. They're going to be able to take tower, but Sly needs to be able to do more than this. A wall coming up from ahead of him, and they're not going to be able to. Sly is not able to get the kill with the Kraken, and that's going to be 2 going down from Offshore before being forced to activate a Kraken. And that's a full ace, and that's a full sweep.
A wipe.
They have 14 seconds to be able to respond to this, but I don't think they'll be able to do it, and it should be Offshore going down in a 3-0 sweep. Bittersweet Gaming will be going on to the grand finals, or sorry, the losers finals here against Samurai Kids. Congratulations to them. It's a 3-0 sweep. Unfortunate for Sly here, but we will be able to see Sly on the casting desk at least as we get everything situated. Bittersweet. Before this, they had a very close set, 3-2. Unfortunately for Offshore, it wasn't nearly as close for them, and they will be taking a bow out of this tournament. Once again, showing they do belong onto being one of the top Western teams, but definitely not the top Western team as a whole. Bittersweet Gaming seems to hold on to that title as they will progress into the top 3 teams here in this tournament, and we'll have to see how they fare. Bittersweet Gaming now playing off against the likes of